In music, embouchure refers to the way a woodwind or brass player holds their mouth while playing their instrument, the lips in particular. We know that brass and woodwind players use their mouth shaping to adjust airflow and how that airflow gets mouthpieces and reeds vibrating. Embouchure is key to adjusting tone, air pressure, and ease of playing. The lips are an adjustable extension of the instrument. We usually only think of embouchure as an aspect of instrumentalist technique, but singers are wind instruments as well, although complicated ones. Singers are somewhat equivalent to double reed woodwinds like an oboe or bassoon. Our vocal folds being the double reed, our vocal tract being the resonant cylinder, and our lips being used to adjust that resonant chamber via our embouchure, among other ways. As singers, lips are a big part of how we adjust the shaping of our vocal tract to take advantage of the physics of sound and get the most out of our resonance and help our vocal cords vibrate easily through helpful back pressure. Some cues and tips for finding good embouchure for singing are: pucker, don't purse. We don't want tension in the lips, but we do want a narrow exit for our airflow. We want to release our jaw and relax our cheek muscles to allow the lips to narrow into the pucker. The corners of our lips drawn in and outward. Released, elongated, and funneling forward into a narrow exit. The narrowness at the corners keeps our air from spilling out. Too open a mouth position makes us waste air and usually causes us to add more unhelpful subglottal pushing. Instead, a narrow exit for our air induces some helpful back pressure from above the glottis. This balances the pressure on our vibrating vocal cords from above and helps us phonate more easily. Avoid lateral spreading and tension, and aim for medial centering and gathering in of the lips and sound. Our lips should always feel flexible along the vertical plane to accommodate higher notes that need more jaw release or soft palate lift. Another aspect of good embouchure is keeping the lips away from the teeth. The slight pucker approach also helps to keep our lips off of our teeth. Our teeth are hard surfaces that our sound waves can bounce off of, and we don't want to dampen that reflective surface with the fleshiness of our lips. Think of the great resonance we get in hard surfaced rooms like a bathroom or cathedral or cave. Imagine that your mouth is a room in which we want all the surfaces to be reflective. Another cue for finding and maintaining good embouchure is to imagine the mouth space as a pear shape or bottle shape. So if we think of the pear shape, the narrow top of the pear would be at our lips, and the round bottom of the pear would be behind the tongue in our posterior mouth chamber, or that stretching soft palate space. This helps us create the ideal acoustic space to amplify and focus our tone without force. Another helpful shape to keep in mind is a bottle. The bottle shape, with its cylindrical body larger than its narrow opening, can create what is called a Helmholtz resonator, where the narrow opening acts as a mass or resistance to the air flowing out, which causes the air in the cylinder to compress like a spring. I'll get into the Helmholtz resonator in more detail in a separate video, where we'll look at how that bottle shape creates inertance or helpful back pressure and contributes to our vibrato. A final aspect of good embouchure is consistency. Can you maintain a good embouchure on all vowels throughout your range? Vertical mouth space adjustment should always be flexible and accommodate the needs of our range. So soft palate adjustment, jaw release, tongue position, but we should always be able to maintain the relatively narrow at the corners mouth shape. I've included some targeted exercises on my Patreon post. They should help you find and experiment with lip shaping and help you explore embouchure throughout your range.